Hawaii, Yellowstone. Doesn't seem like they should have a lot in common, yet those two magmatic systems have sort of a common cause. They're both hotspots. A hotspot is an area of anomalous melting that's tens of miles deep. It's fed by a plume of hot material that originates deep within the Earth, but it's relatively fixed, and so as the tectonic plates that make up the Earth's surface move across the hotspot, it creates a chain of volcanoes that get older the farther away you get from this current center of volcanism. So, in Hawaii, there's a chain of seamounts that stretches off to the northwest, old volcanoes. In Yellowstone, there's a chain of ancient calderas that gets older and older across the Snake River Plain as you stretch off to the southwest. The difference between these places is completely a matter of the crust. In Hawaii, the crust is very thin, dense oceanic crust, and the magma has no problem punching right through. So you get spectacular lava fountains and lava flows, very fluid lava. This is stuff that's sort of a primary composition. It didn't stick around very long to change chemically in the crust. But in Yellowstone, the crust is very thick, continental material, low density, and the magma stalls on the way up. It chemically differentiates, it changes, becomes much stickier and more explosive type of magma. So that's the main difference between the Hawaiian hotspot and the Yellowstone hotspot. Simply setting, oceanic and continental gives you wonderful red lava eruptions Hawaii and big, huge explosive eruptions here in Yellowstone. So Hawaii versus Yellowstone, a lot of similarities despite the fact that they have very different eruption styles. Well, now let's talk about Yellowstone's activity, specifically earthquakes, ground deformation, and geyser activity over the course of the past month.
Got a little bit to catch up on since we missed the October update, so this map shows October seismicity in the Yellowstone region. There were about 180 earthquakes located during that month. The largest was a magnitude 3.7 in the northwest part of the park, and that was part of a swarm of events that's been ongoing for quite a while, off and on. There was also a swarm to the south of Norris Geyser Basin. Keep your eye on these two swarms because guess what? They're going to pop up again in November. Speaking of November, during the month we had about 250 earthquakes that were located, mostly parts of swarms. There were about 70 earthquakes in that swarm in the northwest part of the park, and about 105 earthquakes in this swarm that occurred to the south of Norris Geyser Basin. The largest was a magnitude 3.2 during the month. Now, this sort of swarm seismicity is pretty common for the Yellowstone area. A lot of water interacting with tectonic faults, so really no surprise. Earthquakes remaining at background levels of activity in the Yellowstone region. Turning now to ground deformation, this is vertical deformation at the Lake GPS site that's on the Sour Creek Resurgent Dome on the east side of the caldera. It spans the last 2 years. Downward trends indicate subsidence, and upward trends indicate uplift. Now, every summer since 2015, we've had these summertime disruptions in the subsidence pattern. That's due to groundwater conditions. You can see it here in 2024. Again in 2025, it looked like it was leveling out, but maybe that seasonal signal is not quite over just yet. So we may still be seeing some of that seasonal pause in long-term subsidence. Finally, looking at geyser activity, this is the temperature record for Steamboat Geyser, the tallest geyser in the world at Norris Geyser Basin, starting in October. We unfortunately lost connection with our temperature sensors. That's something we'll try to get back, hopefully in the next few days. But this pattern shows sort of a period of lots of minor activity, and then it goes quiet, and then you see some minor activity, and then it goes quiet. That all of the up and down is the minor activity, and then you've got daily temperature variations here. This is not the sort of pattern we see when there are buildups to major eruptions. So Steamboat's only erupted twice in 2025, and it looks like that period of very frequent eruptions, active since 2018, may have come to an end.
Well, that's the Hawaii versus Yellowstone story. Now, if you have any questions at all, feel free to email us. Our email address is yvowebteam, that's all one word, at usgs.gov. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next month. Bye-bye.